Good morning, folks. Welcome back. So, today we're going to dive further into our environment, and I think we're going to end up making the interior of one of those bone buildings we were working on yesterday, or probably something like it. I'm not sure we'll exactly follow that one. But first, I just wanted to point out that Rococo has now updated their retargeting add-on so it works in Blender 4.4. So yay! We're not going to do any characters today, but just wanted to make sure everyone knew because I've been using Blender 4.3 now to do that as a side chain sort of thing for the last while, and it's annoying. And now we're up to date in 4.4. So awesome. All right, so let's look at this is our final structure thing from yesterday. I did add a few more buildings on the inside and, you know, little stuff, but mostly is what we ended up with. Kind of thinking I want to do something in and along in here, but I actually want to make it maybe new or at least partially new. Let's take this and I'm just going to bring it across. So I'm going to get rid of the radials on it and copy the object over to here. So we have it in as our idea and paste it. Where'd it go? Let's come back to just root. So that was our like ripped up animal that we made yesterday. And on the inside of it, we could see we got some stuff and we could certainly use it. But I think I might want to play with it on our own more. I don't hate it, but I'd like to try maybe making our own. Maybe we won't even make it inside, necessarily part of the city or town. But film has a time-honored tradition of making interiors that are nowhere near what the exteriors look like, so that's okay too. We've also got the human element building here from Housecraft that we could use. And maybe we'll bring that across too in a minute. Let's just nuke that. So it's just this. Just got our scale. Copy objects and paste. And Alt-G. Bring it down. Come on. To like there. So that was if we wanted to do the building. Let's edit. Get rid of this one. Just so we have the option of seeing what we're looking at. Something kind of like that, size-wise. Hey, Dollar. Good to see you. But let's. I kind of want to just make something new to start with right now. So let's take both those things, just sort of slide them off to the side. I'm not saying we won't use them, but I'll just move new collection, ref, and turn it off. But I kind of want to do something on our own. I'm going to bring in a person for scale. Oh yeah, that scene's pretty much done. We're moving on to a different scene. We're going to continue building in that same world, but I think we're going to leave that scene alone. Other than that, it's just sort of tweaking little things forever, and it's kind of boring to watch. There's our guy. Okay, so let's bring in... Actually, I could try this. I blew this up already because I know I'm going to use it later. This is Meat Machine. And he has some fun stuff. We want the blob one, right? Is that this one? Let's see. Yeah, blob cap. Blob. Where's blob? There we go. Copy the objects. And if we come over here, let's see what we get. Let's paste it. That's the nose. No, it's not. That's blob. Okay. That's what we want. Shift D. Over here. I'm just going to edit it. Delete the vertices. And now if we draw vertices, let's see what we get. And tab. Okay. And Alt S. Yeah, so we can scale those up. So that'll work for something. Let's see. Give that there. I'm just trying some things. There. Yeah. I just want to make a big old shape. What's the best way to do that with this? Maybe not this yet, even yet. I'm going to use it, but let's get rid of it for right now. And the nose I definitely do not need. Just going to get rid of all those. Go away. Okay, but let's Shift A, mesh. Cube? Sure. And S. I don't know how big we want to make it. I'm going to keep it kind of low. Well, no, it's not actually. Let's make it 5 meters, maybe? 2 stories high? Yeah, let's just go to 5. Okay, and then tab and 3. We're going to Shift E, harden that edge there. And then Control 2. Yeah. Give us something like that. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and apply it because I don't need it to be even. But let's go in here and sculpt and drag. And we'll turn on X mirroring for right now. And it's still very low poly, we can see. That's okay. Because we're really just trying to make something that sort of feels like a frame we can use to build on. I like that. Let's maybe squish it down just a little bit and then bring it out like that. Just playing till we get like a neat shape. And that should be flat too. Curses. Curse you! Let's go back to object mode. Tab. Acid 0. Oh, not... There we go. Something like that. Okay. Now, let's take this sucker and just get it off to the side and Shift D and Tab X vertices, and we're going to draw, and we're going to draw on a surface a radius min. Max is going to be 3, min is going to be 0.2. Let's see if that'll work. See what that gives us. Too much. We'll go to 1 and 0. We'll keep them on it. Let's see. And error of 0.01. If we set our error here, never tried that. Tolerance. Which way is better? If we go higher, is it more or less? That's the question. Less. Tolerance of 1. Yeah, that's better. Okay. All right. So that'll give us something. Do we want to use this? You should be drawing on that thing, but you're not. Well, you kind of are. Scale it up. Object mode. That'll add some interesting fun to it. Let's just mirror it on this thing. Okay. And how do we want to handle it? Still kind of just thinking here. Sometimes you're a little slow to start, you know? Like you gotta kind of work this thing. This one, tab. Grab that, turn on proportional, pull that out, cool, that out, This one's just entirely inside. Pull that. Ooh, yeah, there you go. That's better. Yeah. The work? I don't know which work. You mean yesterday's? Yesterday's is done. We're doing a new one today. Okay. Sure. I'm into that. Feel like that will go well. Let's convert it to mesh. And then let's join it to this one. Or join it, or yeah, not that. Well, we can try. Plus. Solver is exact. We lost it. Cube. Boolean. Exact. Solver options. Self-intersection. Yeah, okay. Okay, now apply all. And just delete cutters. Does that give us what we want on the inside? It kind of does. Okay, so that gives us something more wonky to play with a little bit. Let's keep it going. I'm going to grab the spine from over here. We'll use this spine here. Back over here into collection and paste. It's giving me multiples too. Whatever. We just want this one. Shift D. I'm just going to new collection and create bones. Tab X. Vertices. Draw 7. Okay. Let's try doing this. We make a spine. I want to draw on surface. Yep. Interesting. Okay. Control T, rotate them up. Yeah, like that. Cool. Alt S and scale them down. Just want them to touch. So let's do that. That looks fun. This could be just a fun thing anyway. Yeah, yesterday's we finished. Nice. Cool. Now let's take this sucker here, and 3 and G, and bring it down so it comes right to the edge, and that one up. So we get something like that. I just want to do more on this culture that builds things with bones, basically. And then we're going to kind of figure out how it fits together. Because I thought they were really interesting. Okay. ASX0. Right? Yeah. And then Control T and rotate it just a bit more. So we're trying to line it up so it's mostly vertical. That feels pretty good. That's a neat looking spine. I can dig on that. And again, we've been using existing bones thus far to do this stuff. But let's try making it with our own and see what we get out of that. Liking it. Then let's grab this rib bone here. Back over to collection and paste. Cool, that one looks like it just brought our own one in. No, there's multiple. Shift D, M, bones. Tab X, vertices. And now we're gonna, or A, X, vertices. Now we're gonna draw. Let's try, how are we gonna go? I'm gonna go the other way around. See if it's better if we do it that way. Yes, it does go up. Okay. So then we can go. And maybe one more. Okay. A, Alt S to shrink them down some. Cool. Actually, I think that's too much. Yeah, that's okay. Let's see. Tab here, undo. Just gonna solve this one. Come in, and we want to grab B, that, X vertices. Okay, yeah, that's better. Then G, we want to do connected only. Bring that in. Bring that out. That out. I'm just kind of lining up something interesting here. This one. There we go. G, 9, K. That's cool. And down. And down. Maybe out. Oh, wrong one. Hard to see which ones we're going for. Maybe we can L. I'm just gonna, this one. L. Alt S. Make it a little bit bigger. Cool. And yeah, that looks cool. And Alt S. Scale that up. And G. And we can just route this one. Come on. That's all right. Okay. I don't mind that it's doing its other thing here. Too much, anyway. This one. Is that the end one? What's this one? There we go. That's better. Oh, that's the bottom one. I see. Cool. And then let's mirror that along there. So we get something like that going on. Okay. Actually, now maybe we can get rid of our shell. Cube. And we have something that looks like that as our shape initially. I'm kind of digging it. I want to pull it out a bit more, I think. Come to here and GX. Make it bigger. Yeah. There you go. Okay. Then this one, bring that down. Let's bring this out as well. Go big, and then we'll move this one back in. We're just kind of generating something that looks vaguely like a rib cage. Mm-hmm. Cool. I think we can use that as a room structure. We might even make it a little bit bigger, but I think I'm into that now for our starting point. So let's apply these two. Object converts to mesh. Great. And I'm just going to turn off those for right now. Okay. So we're going to make this a little bit bigger, I think. Grab that, and now it's individual or bounding box center scale. Or 3D cursor even. Yeah, I see 3D cursor. Yes. So it's like that. That feels kind of fun. I like that. Okay. That'll work. Now, I want to build some interior frame stuff. And these guys do use wood. We've shown that in our ship, the whalebone ship. So we don't have to be just limited to bone. I'm going to go grab that. Yeah. Copy objects. Oh, wait. Come back. Turn off that. Copy objects. Paste. Don't paste there. Paste in scene collection. No. In collection, Seth. Come on. There we go. Oh, we did bring it across anyway. Whatever. This sucker. Did I get rid of the base? Oh, yeah. Did I have both selected by accident? Delete that. No. Why is it one object? Did I get parented or some shit? You know what? Undo. Goodbye. I'm just going to grab again. I don't even feel like dealing with you. Here, file, open recent, platform generator. No, we're not saving. Cool. This one, copy objects. Back over here, paste objects. That go in collection? I think it did. Should have. Yes, it did. Good. Move it off to the side. And come back to here. And we're going to take this thing actually, and we're going to use it, I think. How do we want to do this? Maybe I shouldn't have joined those things together now in retrospect, but you know, whatever. But this would be cool. Fill. No, just this. Fill. And then just this. Fill. And we'll start with those two anyway. P section. And then we'll move this new collection to, I don't know, mold. Is it mold? Yes, that's how you spell it. And we're going to turn off mold. Well, we're going to turn off this and these. New collection. I'll call it structure. Turn off mold. Okay, so structure. We're getting there, right? Yeah, we are. I'm just going to 1 and 7 KY. No. You know what? Yeah. 3 P section. Just make it its own thing. Make it easier to see. KY. There. There. Mirror it. Apply it. Cool. And good deal. Got that one. Do the same to the other one too, I guess. There. There, we'll just do it this way. It's probably faster than mirroring it. I just actually make the cuts. Knifed. Okay, so then that is going to be this. Copy modifiers. Delete this. Here. Cool. And link copy modifiers. Cool. And I think we are going to want the mold's floor. Even if it's not big enough. We need a floor. How do we want to make our floor? Neither of those are big enough, are they? Okay, we have to come up with a new way to do this. Those will work because they're kind of touching almost, but let's just put a floor here and we'll kind of massage it. Mesh, circle, scale to there. Cool. And then tab. Now we're going to sculpt it. Mirror. X. Oh, you got to be a solid, fine. Fill tab. Now. There. 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 Cool. There. Good deal. And then tab, GZ down to like there. So that's going to be our floor structure, maybe, I think. Let's do that. I think this one can bring it back. Let's make it bigger. Yeah. And kind of just line this up a bit more. Cool. Yeah, something like that looks cool. We're going to remesh it anyway. I'm not sure how many we're going to make it. We're going to try and see. Quad remesh it to 100 maybe? Let's see how that big that is. 100 seems about right. Maybe it could go a little smaller, but we'll try that. Actually, let's try going a little smaller. Let's try going to 75. Yeah, it's better. And we should probably save. We haven't done that yet today. Oh, wait. Pathfinders. New 250703-1 live stream bone structure. Okay, and paste. There we go. So now, new collection. I'm just going to move the bones. I know it's not a bone, but then I can make bones the base for this with base bones. Okay. And I'm actually gonna join those together. Okay. And we're gonna tweak it a bit, but that's gonna get us sort of started. Let's turn off in edit mode. Now, I do think I want to make this thing mirrored. The more I think about it, the more I want to mirror it. It's going to make our life easier. It's mirrored above that, so it doesn't, yeah, it'll add some instabilities. Now, I'm going to tab. No. Yeah, okay. Cool. G, there. Turn off proportional now. To there. There. Let's see, does that work? I don't want to go too far into the bone is the problem, but I want to go up to it. So no, it's not quite right yet, but we'll get there. Tab, GY. There. Yeah, that's better. That works for us. I like that. And then on the top one, let's do the same kind of thing. Actually, to there, sure. There. Not quite that far. There. How's that looking for us? Better. We got some wonky shit going on still, but better. Move that along further to there. That'll be better, I think. Yeah. What's causing that strangeness? That one. Which one is it? Maybe stuff on top. I think that might be what it is. Let's edit and see. Platform generator. Remove the crap on top. Scatter on platform density of 0. Nope, wasn't that. We're into some smaller spaces, so it's a little bit hard to do these sometimes. Take it that way. Is that better? That's better. Just need more room. Still getting some weird rotation and shit. That's okay. Hanging ropes. I think I'm going to density of down like 0.1 and radius of 0.002. I don't see any right now, but if we bring any back, that'll be better. Very narrow space, very cramped. That's what we want. Nice. Kind of work on the inside before we jump to the outside of this thing. Now, tab, come to this thing, and tab, that height. Okay, where is it? Where'd it go? I don't want that one. 2, I want this whole thing across like that. And 7. Because it's going to be this one here, right? Yeah. No. Shift hide. Okay. Tab. Oh, come on. 2, 1. Right. This one, fill. This one, fill. Right? Yeah. Control E, bridge edge loops. P section. So we've created something that goes across those there like that now. Okay. And I like that as a good height. Tab 2 EY, bring that forward to there. And cut it across like that. Okay. And then join it to this. Okay, I think we're going to cut in some of that. Okay. Platform generator, need to adjust it a little bit. Supports, right? Where's our angle? Or base. Base angle, instead of 10 degrees, let's go with like 3, so it's a little bit more vertical. Pillars. Minimum pillar distance is going to be 3. It's just a little bit less. Yes. Let me get rid of oblique supports this time. Yeah, inside, just, or let's see, what do they look like? We like oblique supports. Maybe no braces. Yeah, no braces, but oblique supports. That makes it much better for us. Okay. Liking that. This is like a fun structure. Ooh, what's going off into the wide wilderness here now that we don't want? Where's it coming from? Something here is just getting the faces too close together. Let's see. Okay. Knife from here to here. And 2. Undo. What the hell? 3. Shift hide. Just give it to me. Okay. And let's. Okay. Turn our mirroring on. Good. Okay. No. 1. There we go. I'm gonna. What the hell? Well, it did seem to help it. Yeah. So that solved that problem anyway. Whatever. Fine. I got a few little ropes. I'm kind of digging this. We're building it just all sort of inside of this space, which I think is what we want. Now, is it time to build our outer structure? It might be. Kill wireframe. So this and this. Do I need to join them together? And this. Let's see. Does Rapid allow for multiple objects? I don't remember. Resolution remesh. Do not add a shader. Post remesh. Sure. And offset of 0.1. Cross your fingers. Woohoo! Pretty much worked. Nice. Love it when that happens. Cool. So let's just apply this sucker. We like it. Now, we're not going to worry about the stuff that goes on the outside yet anyway. But let's try to fix this here on the bones with sculpt mode. And we're just going to inflate it. Maybe or not. Now let's drag it. Interesting. What's it look like? Let's just smooth it first. Yeah. And now drag it. Smooth it. And drag it. And the other side is not mirrored because we're not doing X. Okay, well, we'll mirror it in a sec. Smooth it. Smooth it. Drag it out. That one didn't even need it. Smooth this. Come on. Drag it out. Smooth that. Drag it out. Cool. Good deal. Just gonna... Okay, so those all fixed on that side. We should be able to mirror it, right? See what it's gonna look like. No, we don't want to mirror it actually this time. Okay, so we'll just go through and fix it. Manually, sculpt mode. Just keep going. I should have had X turned on before, but I didn't, and it's fine. This will actually give us a little bit of variation. It'd be pretty subliminal, but it won't be kind of cool to see. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. Yeah, here. We just want to make sure it's on the outside for when we make it a cloth sim later, basically. And that looks good. Yeah, okay. I think we're going to decrease its wireframeage, maybe. Although that might... Oh, we got another one there, too. Sculpt mode. Although we're way down here in the middle of nowhere, no one cares. There we go. Save. Now, I probably should have converted it first, but I didn't. Let's see. It's 65,000. Let's make it... I'm going to try for 30,000. Let's see what that does to us. And I'm going to mirror it on X this time. Maybe. We're on Thor, yes. Morning, Michael. All right. That actually worked. Yeah, that actually worked. Okay, cool. Good to see. Let's get rid of the original one. And that... Or did it? It looked like it had worked before. Oh, because I had it solid. Dupe. It might not be mirrored, actually. I wonder if the object is not mirrored. Thought it was, but let's undo. Go back. Quad count 30. But not symmetrical this time. And let's just see. Yeah, okay. That's better. Get rid of the original one. Make sure we're not. No, we're not. Okay. And let's just fix this. Sculpt mode. Out. Just a couple places. We might not even need to, but sometimes cloth sims can get a little weird if it has like intersections like this. So let's just try to not do it. As much as we can, anyway. That looks better. A little bit here, too. Okay. Where is that? New collection. Skin. Just keep it separate. turn off collection. Let's take a look. There's skin. There's our bone. So this is in bones, right? Yes. Okay, so skin on. Let's try it. See what we do. Let's save. Simply cloth. Skin is going to be cloth. It is going to be leather. It's going to have a collision quality of 20. And it's going to have a slight shrinkage of like 0.1. I don't know that one, but it sounds entertaining. Bone, add collision, bone, add collision, bone, add collision to the ground too, yeah. Okay, this object, save, and scared, let's do it, play. We saved. It's shrinking up a little bit too much, maybe. Although, maybe not. Maybe I won't shrink it. Let's see how that goes. I like the bones to kind of show through on it, but that's a bit of a big shrinkage. So let's go to 0 and see what that does. That seems better. Just makes it more cloth-like and less feel like the weird shrink wrap. That seems to be doing what I want, though. It's going pretty fast, too, which is nice. Let's stop it there. And on the inside, yeah, that feels good. Let's use it. Let's just go with it. Courage of our convictions and all that shit, right? Finish and apply cloth. I'm not going to apply the subdivision modifiers. In fact, we're going to delete them before I have to deal with them later. Okay. Save. We got a little poke through on the floor, but nothing bad. That looks okay. Now, wireframe, or no. Where do we want to put the door? I think we want a door right like here. Okay. Plus tears and wireframe, or sort of weight paint right here. Okay, we're going to put a door there. Then I think we just want to put a couple of holes other places too. Want some light in. Some of those will be covered by what you call it, bone. But you know, hey, that's all right. Object mode. Okay. Add a modifier, tear painter, tear ragged. Pick a group, tears. Yeah, like some of that doesn't make sense from a like, why is it staying up there? But maybe it has been treated so it is less cloth-like and is more hard. I think we can live with that. Let's just give it a flyby real quick. Okay, so coming around, we have our doorway in. Yeah, which brings us to this space inside here. I like it. I kind of know what my story is going to be here, so I'm kind of pleased too. Okay. And we're going to tweak it a bit more. Wow. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and apply this. We can always rip more later if we need to. Apply all. Now, I want bones again. We're going to grab this one. Get the heck out of my way. Shift D. M2 bones. Yes. Tab X vertices. And we're going to come here. And we're going to draw. And we're going to draw 1, 2, 3. Like that. That looks okay to me. It's going to be our doorway. And I'm good with that. Object mode. Are they too big? They're kind of big. Let's maybe make them a bit smaller. A, Alt S, and bring them in just a bit. Cool. Now, yeah, grab this one, L, and G, Shift Z to like there. Cool. That working for me. Now, tab here on this thing. Can we just edit it, or do we want to? I think we're gonna drag it. Sculpt mode. There we go. Give us something that looks like it has a bit more intent. Clean edges are always a sign of, humans did something they like. So let's, or in this case, not humans, but close enough to humans. There we go. And this, let's bring over and in like that. Okay. Save. Nice. Let's see. Looks pretty good to me. I want to start looking at our materials just because everything's be white and it's hard to tell what it's doing right now. Yeah. So but we can apply some stuff. So this here, tab A, U, Smart UV project, unwrap, cool, and it's going to be that leather, which we have already brought across, so we should be good, right? Yes, leather black old. I think I might even give it some solidity in a sec too. Now, let's hide skin. This. We can just say, let's take this, tab, U, Smart UV project, unwrap, and it's going to be neither of those two. Give me my bone, which I think is this one. Yes. Yes, it is. Then this one, link materials, and we have to edit it. I might even join these all together. Oh, it's got to have. Oh, come on. It was right before. Bone. Yes. And then this one, it's not a muscle, it's bone. Oh, and that one has to be converted still. Convert to mesh. View, smart UV project. Unwrap. Cool. There are materials. Now we need to figure out what we're going to do with the floor. I'm going to take the floor and... Do I have two of it? Interesting. Yes, I do. Cool. Structure. And let's see what happens if we link it. Copy modifiers. Rotation scale. So we got a wood floor. Nice. Went over the other stuff. And this. That one's still in. Oh. Where is it? What did I say this to be the base of the floor to? I don't remember. Base bones. Okay. So this needs to go to M bones. Great. So essentially hiding that floor underneath the other one. And I guess we'll give it a bone material just in case. Cool. So you see any holes through it, we're good. I do not like the UVing on my bone, but it's gonna be pretty dark, so we might not need to worry about it. But we're gonna definitely something to be aware of is like this stuff here is pissing me off. Okay. Whee! Need any of that. Close all that up. Bring our skin back. And we're starting to get somewhere. And it's dark in here. Let's just bring up our camera too. Exposure of 7. It's still going to be dark in there, but it won't be quite as. Yeah. That's looking pretty good for where we want to be, I think. Come back into scale mode, just take a look. So we need a few more things in here to make it look more like what we want. I wonder, I had this idea. So let's see. I'm gonna have to turn the collection back on again. What happens if I create this anywhere but Shift A, mesh, cube. Get to where I want to be. Let's get rid of skin so I can see what the heck I'm doing. Okay, that's not bad actually. We're gonna move it over into underneath that thing there. What if we make it... it's just so hard to see anything. I'm going to get rid of structure. Yes, that makes it easier. Oh, not on. There we go. It's right about there. Okay. Cool. And what if tab some loops cuts there like that, and like that. curve extract. We create a nice little cage. And we just get rid of this. We know we don't need a cube. Okay, now this little cage, though, what if we take it and give it modifiers? Wow, okay, that's interesting looking. So it doesn't quite work. It's kind of a neat thing, though. All right. I'm going to actually do it again. Cool. We can get rid of this because we know that doesn't work, but this will work. If we just do it separately, I think by each face, I think we can make it work. So if we take it 1, 2, 3, do all the interior bones first. Vertical. Cool. Q, curve extract. Great. We take those and we link to this bone here. Copy modifiers. That should be, doesn't super look right. Didn't really give it what I wanted. Where's my modifier on it? Meet machine, see if I can bone type. That's right. But I don't get any of my end profiles. Interesting. Okay. Can we get rid of geometry? See if it's better if we have a 0 radius. No. Yeah, that should be right, but it's not. You know what? We can just manually do it, though, and it'll be fine, too. So again, let's just delete that. Let's take this off to the side so we can see it. Or just solo it. Solo this too. Okay. And here, Shift D, M, new collection, cage. Okay. Tab, X, vertices. And on this guy now. 1. And can we draw? We can. It might even be better. Not that one. It'll certainly be less. There. Like that. You might be able to fit a human through that. Let's do it. Let's go more. Cool. And here. Good deal. Tab. I like that. Now we can just mirror it. Here. Oh, that's interesting. That gets us something kind of lined up better. If we want to do the mirroring, and we might as well. And just because I think it's kind of neat looking, let's do this one as the other one. cage, tab X vertices, and grab our cage. Or wait, this one, and that one, solo. This one, tab. Actually, we want to get the other one too. And this. Spine, tab 1. And let's draw it. See if we can change the profile. I want to say even in the end. Bone chain, vertebra. Yeah, that gets it better. Initial is 1. And scale. Let's see. 1. Come on. I'm trying to remember how you do this. No. Where's my scale? Chain scale. 1, 5. Okay. Hey Sheila, good to see you. That's going better. Yeah, that's that. Come on, I just want to make you bigger. Actually, I know what we're gonna do. We won't do this one. Let's come back to here, and we'll do this one. This one looks right. Yes. Oh, I don't know. We're making structures out of them this time. So, making houses. Paste. Yeah. This is the one we want now, right? Yeah. Shift-D. M. Cage. And then, actually, let's just move this M to cage as well. Select objects. Kind of, I suppose. Let's see. It's not lying upright. Oh, that's kind of neat looking. Let me just do that. Let's see. So let's just do 1. Okay. Tab. And then this. Alt X, mirror it up, mirror it over, and come back, mirror it that way. Cool. Again, double, and then tab. Oh no, this, edit this one again. No, this one, yes. Draw there, yeah. Cool. That's kind of better. Now, probably just the best available material. Or cultural, both. All of the above. Let's see. Across. Yeah. Across. 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 Cool. And then we'll do on the bottom too. Oh, come on. Where's it going? Actually, we went to the bottom too. We will then take this. Come on. And this. And Alt-X and mirror it from the top. Goody. Yeah. I know what I'm doing on it. I'm okay with it. Okay. I think anyway. Let's see. Let's get rid of this cube now. It's not lining up perfectly, but it's going to be dark. I might even, I think, after all that playing with it, I'll try changing one other thing too. I don't think I like this one. It's just not working for me. So we'll come to this one. And tab and draw. There. Yeah, that's fine. And then draw. There. Alt-S and scale that one back down till it's at a reasonable level. Great. Yeah, materials for me are very much something that it's not that I don't care about, but I try to be very efficient with them because you can just use so much time on them. And L G Y, yeah. Come on. Just that. This one. There we go. That's better. So that now touches. Those touch. Cool. We have something kind of, I mean, it's silly, but it's fun. So that's what we're going with. Let's get rid of our cube. And it's going to be dark in here anyway, so it's kind of not a big deal. I'm wasting a lot of time on it, quite frankly. But let's take this and Q and convert to mesh. Tab A, U. Smart UV project it, unwrap it, and give it bone. Either those, but bone with a capital B. Cool. Nice. Now, let's try, see if this will work. Insulate here and here. Yes, that'll work perfectly, damn near. Love it when that happens. I'm actually going to get rid of that, but keep it. Get rid of the solidify and the smooth by angle. It doesn't need to be anywhere near that big because retopologizing is a requirement for this thing. Back. There we go. Quad remesh it. I'm going to say quad count of 500, which is still more than it needs to be probably. Yeah. Get rid of the insulate. Now we can Q, add modifier solidify. Great. And then Alt X. Oh wait, no. this object. Where's its center? Weird. Object set origin to geometry. Okay, good. This. Oh, not local. Oh, orientation, that's changed. Global. No, it's already mirrored. But this and this. There we go. Straps. Woohoo! Strappages. Gotta hold it together. And we'll do one more. Insulate just across here. Cool. Oh yeah, the old slime. I'm deliberately trying not to reuse the same ideas all the time, although I love all those ideas. So it's kind of like, oh no, I won't do that. Let's gonna remesh this to 500 as well. Delete the original. Cool. Apply all. Mirror it. Strapped. That feels good to me. I actually like that. It's kind of fun. Don't need any of these empties. I don't know what they're from. Oh, well, maybe I need to apply everything in cage first. Yeah, I do need those empties. Object convert to mesh. Great. And now we can get rid of the empties. And this is going to be but less cool. No. Let's go with call it grunge cloth. Shaders, Blender Guppies, grunge cloth for that, and make sure it doesn't have a material. No. Grunge cloth. This. That. Link. Materials. Drag that out of the way. Yeah, we can maybe make it darker so it doesn't look so much like bone, but that's kind of doing for what we need. Shading. Let's just bring it down. Cool. Yeah, that'll work. That works for me. Yeah. Cool. And then we can take all these together and join them together into one object. And all this to make some kind of weird giant ass cage, but it's fun. So, cultural context on this whole space. The gnolls had these kind of bone things back long ago. And essentially, because human beings, when they die in this world, their bodies and stuff that they brought with them from our world disappear. The gnolls, being somewhat cannibals, find this incredibly mystical and interesting that the bones and the flesh that they use disappear. So they really enjoy eating people, or at least this group does. And our evil villain character that I put in the scene yesterday is a human from a kind of a not very pleasant respawn point that has essentially sold out everyone else in his area in exchange for power. So they scoop them all up as soon as they regenerate them. They put them into caves and they carve bits off of them to eat because they don't disappear at that point till they're dead. And then once they've been digested and the rituals have done, then they can die and disappear, and then they go get them again. And they've been doing this consistently for a long time. And that's the vibe. So that's what we're going with. And then our gnolls, the ones we met earlier, essentially disagreed with this practice and left the area and fled. And now our lead character is retracing steps to try to figure out what's going on. So, yeah, that's a very abbreviated Cliff Notes of the story aspect of why we're doing this and moving through here. Okay, so we got that. That's looking good to me. Could put some other stuff in here, although it's going to be really dark, so it doesn't super matter. I'm going to hide collection again, and I'm going to hide our humo again, and I think I might hide bones now even. So we just kind of have, this is our structural area. Yeah, it's pretty dark. This is not a nice world. So all these people reincarnate thinking it's May 15th, 2025 on this weird island. Somebody shows up, brings them over to this place, puts them in a cage, and then they get eaten for the next 3 to 4 months until they're all gone. And then they show up again, infinitely repeating. It's good times. So this is what I was struggling with, how much I want to show versus not show. Because I'm not really into a lot of like gore or horror, but the world definitely is both gory and horrific. So, I don't know. I do struggle with it. Let's see. Jars of food. Bring some jars in here. How big is this jar? They don't remember. No, they never remember. Which is why they keep willingly going. Like, oh, I'll go to this island again. I'll leave this island again. You know, and our villain character just continually keeps doing. This is how he keeps the gnolls working for him over and over and over again. I'm gonna make this bigger. Let's see. Unless it's got things that no, that looks good. Yeah, bits, people bits. Cool. Maybe we'll put them up on that next level. So, and I'm not sure how much of that we're going to go through in the story, but that's the background that would be happening. Because I kind of feel like I'm making concept art for a story as much as I'm telling the story itself. So sometimes I kind of hint at what goes on, but I'm not super worried about. Yeah. You know. Come on. Anyway, yeah. That's good. By chance, that was good. And then Q array. I need to add another array, which is, what is this one? I always forget what it is to add a second array. Capital A. There we go. Nice. Jars. And what else do we want to put in here? Just kind of make it feel occupado. Gonna put a stool, I think. Yeah, a stool, right here, maybe. And then we're gonna put a cleaver on top of the stool. Cool. That's pretty close. Let's see. We could rotate it a little bit, I guess. We want to be like absolutely picky about it, and we do. There we go. Now it lines up nicely. And it's very dark in here, and that's okay too. I don't mind that, as long as we can see what the heck we're doing later. But I wouldn't maybe mind. We've used this chain before. Let's use it again. Okay. And we're gonna, I don't know why we have a chain, but they just look cool. Cool. Yep. And Q array. Line it up to there. Oh, come on. Line it up to there. Cool. And we'll give it a bit longer. Yes, my editor brain does that exact same thing. Well, I'm keeping in mind that the whole point is these people are looking for answers and a way out. So they're going to find somebody who either respawns and remembers or has made it out, because that's sort of the point to our plot. But yes, chains add definite visual interest. We like that. Maybe let's add another array, A, and line it up here. We got chains hanging. We like the chains. I feel like they're all hanging from places where they could hang, or roughly. Cool. That works for me. Now, we could put more jars even back in here. The problem is they can't store humans, because as soon as they die, all their parts disappear. But maybe they eat other stuff besides people as well. Certainly possible. Alt-D, GY. Okay, so that's a little low. We need to bring our platform up a little bit. I think we're going to change this one to just be 2 count instead of 3 count. Yeah. And this sucker, tab. Now let's turn back on so we can see it. GZ. Up to there. Should be fine. Save. Let's put our skin back on just to make sure we're in our bones. Just to make sure we didn't screw anything up there. But that looks okay. Yeah, that's fine. And digging on that. Continuing our visual interest cues, let's throw a chain on the floor here. Take it, come on. Oh, I'm in edit mode. Throw a chain on the floor there. Cool. Throw some pans. Also on the floor here. Yeah, people basically are ceremonial food rather than groceries. That's the point. You don't really eat them to live so much. I never really said what it is, but this is essentially a storeroom, prison cell, whatever. It's a place where they're keeping some people. But yes, it's just a room space in here where we sort of see what's happening a little bit. I wasn't entirely sure when I started making it what the scale was going to be on it. It's just a room. But yeah, I think we need to put at least one person inside this space here. I think that's going to be our kind of last thing to do. So let's grab our cage. And, oh, those things. Chain should be in the cage. None of that should be in cage. Whatever, fine. Move all this to M, new collection, set deck. Cool. M, set deck, and goodbye. Now, maybe this is a special person, because otherwise they'd be kind of locked up into other things. So maybe this human being will be different in some way. Let us make somebody. We'll go with human gen, I think. Male or female, I don't care. Just because I hate fridging women all the time, let's go with a dude. Because fridging women gets annoying after a while. Let's make it this guy. Generate new human. Ooh, that's a problem. Oh, because I have human. Let's see. Human turned off. That's actually. Just gonna delete both of them. Why in God's name would I do? Yeah, I mean, yes, I have, but it's kind of silly to bother with. Like, why? It's always been kind of my like. Yes, I did for training once just to play with it, but I don't think I ever will again. That's actually quite a big cage. That's cool. Maybe we'll put a couple people, put like 2 people in here. They could easily snip out of that too. So maybe we'll shrink it down. That might be a better option. Okay, well, let's look at our guy. Marcos. Body. I don't really care if we change him. He looks fine like he is. We could mess with him, but why? Age, fine. Face, fine. Height. We're going to make him a little taller than 5'4". Let's go with like... let me go to actually... There we go. I keep typing number. I love the way this thing just does not work. You can type whatever you want. It doesn't matter. Cool. 185 works. 177, fine. Height. Skin. Mean settings, randomize. Turn on subsurface. You don't need freckles or any of that shit. That's fine. Hair, we're going to go with accurate since we're in cycles anyway. Clothing. Yeah, exactly. If I needed to make a stylized character for a particular thing, sure, but let's see. What kind of an outfit do we want to give this guy? Let's go with the stock exchange. That'll work. And then footwear, leather dress shoes. Okay. Now let's see what he looks like. We want to dirty him up too. Gonna kind of make him filthy actually. Suit jacket, cool. We're gonna give him cloth, faux cloth. We'll have to change it, but new one. Shading and it's color. Come here. Yeah, great. Go slight blue. Sure. I just let it have all of that dirt. I don't care. Move the offset though. Good deal. And cool. Then this one, we're going to do the same thing. Give him flow cloth. Make a new one. Although this one's actually kind of close to the color I wanted anyway, but take it darker. There we go. Cool. And then the tie again. New one. And sure, red. His shirt looks weird because the light is so bright here, but it'll be fine in the space. Layout. There he is. We like him. Clothing. Pose. There's not a lot of great ones in here for this sort of thing, but we're going to go with, to start with. Oh, we could put the boredom one. That actually looks good. Come on. There we go. Sitting like that. Oh, we didn't dirty his shoes up too. Ugh, okay. Right, we're gonna do something for that. I'm just not feeling that. We're gonna make that. What was it? Which one is it? Or just grunge cloth. There we go. That's the one I wanted. But we're gonna have to change the color on it. Shading. Let's see how we feel. That's way better. Yeah, that's what we want. I think they're in there. They're just hidden, but let's see. Yeah, they're there. They're just, I had him soloed out. Pose. I don't think we have any sadness, do we? Here we do. Sad. Okay. Cage. We're going to shrink that down. Dramatically. So he's stuck like that. Cool. Boolean modifier is working fine for me in Blender 4.3. So Boolean can be a bit tricky depending on what you're trying to do. Usually if it fails, check your normals. That's almost always the problem, is that your normals are a little bit foobarred. But if your normals are good, you should be all right. I haven't had any problem with it anyway. Let's move that over to, let's bring it more towards the light, because we have our entranceway here. And then this one, you can even duplicate it, I think, now. Yeah, that fits. Cool. And then goes to that. Is it too high, too low? Seems like perfect. Nice. Yep. All right, so we got our guy in our cage. Got our other cage. That's okay. We need to just move these over just a bit more. Lines up that way. Cool. Turn our skin back on. I think we might need some more light too, but let's see. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, he's looking good. Oh, turn set deck back on too. take this and GY. GX more to there. So it's just visible better for us from that doorway and that light. That looks good. Eesh, so many things. Okay, my chains are there. All that's good. Okay. Oh, we're moving fast. We had to slow down. There we go. That's better. Took me a while to figure out scroll wheel when you're moving in video game mode slows it down or speeds it up. Because sometimes it can be really hard to set. Okay, there. Camera. Lens. I'm going to go with the anamorphic again. And I think we're going to need to go to at least 35. So we can show off what we're doing. Solution. Zero wide. That's a fun shot, I think. Let's see. I mean, more light, but that is a fun shot. Exposure, take it to 6. Yeah, I don't want to go too bright. Let's go up and down. A helpless sort of shot. And we see the knife now too. So the knife, like this, actually becomes our primary focal area, and then you notice him later. Which we may or may not want to change, but that's cool. Let's push this further back. There. Good. Yeah, I gotta come back out a little bit. I want as close to that as possible, though. There we go. Okay. We want some smoke or some fog or something. We'll just do a new one this time instead of duplicating it. Easy fog. We'll do fog. 1 GZ up to our floor. Okay, and density is probably going to be too high, but let's see. Can't even see it. Where'd my fog go? You can see it at 5. 10. Noise texture. Scale. There we go. That's better. Now we'll cut our density back down to like, we do 1 or 5 seems high. I'll have to figure that out. Not bad. I feel pretty good about this one of our space. I'm gonna probably do our final lighting after off camera. Just gonna need to tweak this stuff a little bit. And again, it's just gonna be like me fiddling with little bits. But we created our room based off of the same shape that these guys have been using, which is like find a body, stretch stuff over it, go with it. I'm actually gonna take this Q and I'm gonna add a modifier and solidify it just slightly. Give it, yeah, 1 centimeter thickness. That's fine. I don't know that we'll notice, but I'll notice. And skin. We made our bone structure. We used Meat Machine for that. Then platform generator to create ourselves our platforms. Meat Machine for our cage. Yeah. 'Twas a good day. I think we got good stuff. I'm actually going to take this little back row out when I see this because it's touching. Count to 2. There we go. Now it's not going through our spine anymore. That's better. Cool. That's good shit. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with me today, everybody. I appreciate it. And we will be back again tomorrow for another one. We'll keep exploring sort of the interaction between, I think, this Knoll faction and our baddie and maybe the island itself. Have a good rest of your day. Take care, and I will see you later. All right. Bye.